You can hear from my voice, I've been in this country for quite some time, frankly, born and raised. Grew up in Ohio, moved to Connecticut when I was about 10 years old with my parents. Did my medical training in Boston and then here in New York now for the last 15 years. So I've got 3 kids, ages 12, 14, and 16. They're all born and raised here in the United States. My daughter was born in Boston. My 2 other boys, the younger boys, were born here in New York. They've come through the fabric of this country and are no different than the other kids that they go to school with. They look different because, as many of the boys and girls here, they have long, uncut hair, which makes them stand out. They're unique individuals in their own right, as I was growing up. Many of us who have come to grow up in this country and gone to school and been participating in the fabric of what this country has to offer are often doing so in solidarity. In other words, we're doing so uniquely. There's not typically a number of other kids who look like us growing up in this country, so we're accustomed to being unique and singled out. That translates into us growing up as adults and participating in our communities. Sikhism has a history, a long, rich history of being singled out and being persecuted back in the days of its creation, and now simply tested in the days of its sustaining. Interviewed by the press, he had the courage to say that no American, none, should be afraid to participate, to practice their faith in this country. That speaks volumes. This is a man who was beaten nearly to death, and he stood up and said that I'm an American, and that no one here should be afraid to practice their own faith. That's why we come. That's why this community is as strong as it is, and that's why they continue to come. We're not here by accident. There's a poignant reason for it. This is another group of young Sikh men attending a Broncos-Chargers game in California, football.
My father and my mother, they both have siblings that were born there, and both experienced similar types of oppression. So not on the level that you're experiencing, but certainly growing up with that understanding gives me a much better understanding of what your group is going through. But I want to begin by saying thank you for the invitation. I think not only as myself and Council President Rodrigues, the elected officials, I think we have an obligation to be here. I think it's a message that needs to be sent to all communities, and I think all elected officials have an obligation to go to the temples, to go to the mosques, to go to any religious worshiping center that invites us, to send a clear message that we will not be part of any community. The people with hate are not welcome in any community in the United States. That it's very important for us to convey that message publicly. I see Barbara Bedell is here, and the record reporter, and we're very proud to stand with you and with your community to let them know, them being those who will bring about the hate and the anger, that there are people in this community and the community as a whole are going to stand with you. I know when you came to my office